The Rookie of the Year award race has been a hot topic of discussion in the past few months. San Antonio Spurs center Victor Wembanyama and Oklahoma City Thunder center Chet Holmgren are the favorites for the award. The two rookies have been impressive with the basketball on the court. We aren't ignoring the other rookies such as Brandon Miller and Jaime Jaquez Jr., who are also putting up outstanding performances, but none of them are showing Wemby's or Holmgren's levels. It's a two-horse race, with some people even claiming that the debate is over. So who will win the award between the two? Is the debate really over? And if yes, who is the winner? Stay tuned to find out. Chet Holmgren was drafted with the second overall pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 2022 NBA Draft. Victor Wembanyama, on the other hand, was drafted with the first overall pick by the San Antonio Spurs in 2023. Most of you might be wondering why Holmgren is eligible to win the award, yet he was drafted in 2022. Well, the 7-foot Thunder center missed the entire 2022-23 season due to injury, thus making this season his rookie season according to how the league qualifies first-year players. Holmgren and Wembanyama have played against each other 3 times this season, with the Thunders winning twice and the Spurs winning the recent matchup on March 1st, 2024. In their first matchup, Holmgren had 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Wembanyama had 8 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. The second matchup saw Holmgren finish with 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, and Wembanyama with 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. The third clash between the two centers was the most exciting of them all. Wembanyama carried most of the momentum in the award race heading into this game. However, Holmgren started on fire, outscoring him 11-2 in the first quarter and leading with 19-14 points at halftime. Wemby was doing his thing, but Holmgren was just better. It was not until the second half that Wemby hit back in the fourth quarter, to be specific. He made 2 threes in the closing minutes of the game, one from inside the logo, and made some tricky passes look casual. The game came down to Wemby versus Holmgren 1-on-1. Wemby had just made his 5th three-pointer of the game when Holmgren tried to respond by going one-on-one for a pull-up jumper on the other end, only to be swatted by the 8-foot wingspan Spurs center. Wemby finished the game with 28 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 blocks, and 2 steals, while Holmgren had 23 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block. That game would contribute greatly to the Rookie of the Year vote, but not more than the two-player stats. Wemby is currently averaging 20.7 points, 10.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 3.4 blocks, 1.3 steals, 46% field goal percentage, 32% three-point percentage, 79 free throw percentage, and 3.6 turnovers. Holmgren, on the other hand, is averaging 17 points, 7.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 2.4 blocks, 0.7 steals, 53 field goal percentage, 38 three-point percentage, 79 free throw percentage, and 1.5 turnovers. From the stats, it's clear that Holmgren is the better shooter. He is the first rookie to ever make at least 50% of his shots, 77% of his free throws, and 39% of his threes while attempting at least 200 threes. This ranks him among the top 25 best shooters in the league this season, unlike Wembanyama, whose shooting needs some improvement. In terms of turnovers, Holmgren has less than half the number that Wemby has. Actually, Wemby is currently leading the league in turnovers this season. What a bad record to have for such a sensational player. Holmgren is better than Wemby in those 2 aspects of the game, but Wemby is better at everything else, as evident in the stats. The 7'4" Spurs center's dunks have been amazing. The guy is just catching passes from everywhere and easily dropping them into the hoop. He once took one dribble from half court in a game against the Boston Celtics and did a finger roll dunk that left the announcers in disbelief, asking each other what they just watched. Did I mention his passing, which has caught many by surprise considering that he wasn't being used so much in that role overseas? Well, the Frenchman is already one of the best passers in the league this season. Wemby became the first player in NBA history to record 25-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, 5-plus assists, 5-plus blocks, and 5-plus three-pointers made in a game in Spurs' recent win against OKC. Wemby's performance that night was the fastest 5x5 game in NBA history. He also became the first player in history to record 150 assists, 150 blocks, 80 threes, and 70 steals in a single season. Wemby isn't the only one making history, though, as Holmgren became the first player in history to have 150 assists, 150 blocks, and 100 threes in a single season. He also became the fastest Thunder's player to hit 1,000 career points, doing so in just 59 games, a feat that Wemby achieved in 50 games. Actually, Wemby is on a track to becoming the first rookie and 7th player in the league's history to average at least 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks for an entire season. The other 6 are legends: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Bob Lanier, and Shaquille O'Neal. The two rookies currently rank first and second in the league in total blocks this season with 217 and 169 respectively, a feat last accomplished by Memphis's Paul Gasol and Utah's Andre Kirilenko in their 2001-2002 rookie season. Thunder's coach, Mark Daignault, had this to say about Wemby's and Holmgren's defense. The most underrated thing about both of them is their ability to protect the rim and how they impact the defensive end of the floor. Victor Wembanyama has been leading the rookie rankings for the past few weeks. However, a few weeks ago, Chet Holmgren was the one of a sizable lead over Wembanyama. Holmgren was named Rookie of the Month in November and December when he led the rookie rankings. Holmgren's better efficiency than Wemby's, his shooting prowess, ability to drive to the hoop, and fantastic defense are some of the things that earned him the top spot back then. His good layup touch, the superb footwork he uses to set up his fadeaways, and his ability to make some acrobatic finishes also played an integral part in the ranking. The OKC center is playing for a much better team than the San Antonio Spurs and was putting up better offensive statistics. So, what changed? Well, on December 8, 2023, the Spurs moved Wemby from power forward to center, and since then, his performances have been mind-blowing, thus eclipsing Holmgren's statistical edge. It also made him a defensive nightmare for the other teams. He's incredibly good at defending without fouling. Wemby currently ranks second in the Defensive Player of the Year rankings behind Minnesota's Rudy Gobert. Minnesota is the #1 ranked defense with a 108.3 defensive rating as compared to Spurs' 116.8 defensive rating, which ranks 22nd in the league. However, with Wemby on the court, the Spurs' defensive ratings improves to 111, which is the equivalent of the league's 4th best defense. Even superstars are afraid of facing him. Kyrie Irving had this to say after getting a rare layup past Wembanyama. In the future, I don't know how much many more I'll get on him just because of how much ground he covers. Holmgren is a great defender, but Wemby is just on his own level. Since that position shift, Wemby's performance has been on an upward trend, and his strides have just been too long to keep up for the rest of the rookies. He's even been named the Rookie of the Month in January and February. Well, I agree that it's the same number of nominations as Holmgren and Brandon Miller, but considering the trajectory Wembanyama is on, removing him from the top rank will be a difficult task. However, it's worth noting that Wemby's turnovers might be causing a big dent in his impressive performance. Despite Spurs coach Greg Popovich saying that the next evolution in Wemby's game is eliminating turnovers to make him a more solid player, there has been no improvement from the player. Spurs have intentionally kept Wemby's minutes on the court low as he averages 29 minutes a game. The team is currently struggling to rebuild, and one can only imagine how Wemby might perform once the team prioritizes winning and playing him more. Wembanyama is motivated to continue improving his performance. The great players, they don't put up 30 points, then 15, then 20, he said. They don't just perform once in a while. I like to follow their example. I don't even ask myself whether this race is over because I want to win games, so I have to keep performing. Wembanyama said in a media interview, "The guy's only aim on the court is to win." I mean, have you seen how unhappy he usually is when they lose? OKC are performing better than Spurs. Holmgren is a regular starter for the team. There are still a couple of games left in the regular season, and Holmgren will be playing in the playoffs while Wembanyama sits at home watching. But do you think that will be enough for Holmgren to narrow the gap to Wembanyama or even with Rookie of the Year? My opinion, that is almost impossible, if not completely impossible. He might be on the better team, but Wemby's individual brilliance is unrivaled. The guy has even started breaking records at just 20 years old. he is a generational prospect and is truly showing signs of having a great basketball career if he stays healthy. The Rookie of the Year race is over, but this Holmgren and Wembanyama rivalry is just getting started, and the two might be linked to each other for the entirety of their respective NBA careers. Who do you think will win the Rookie of the Year award? Let us know in the comment section down below. That's it for today, guys. Award us with a like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to end your viewing in style by hitting the subscribe button for more amazing content, and check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.